Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw on second down is Smith. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This is brought in at the 21. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. Look at the dance and the juke. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's go. We're on the ball.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And blocked down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make the play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. T.J. Yeldon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Derrick Henry, he can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down, here's Smith. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Martavis Bryant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's able to put it through. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Come on, gotta go.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throw left side complete. It's Howard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now he'll escape to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
18. Good room. Good. 180.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, and I think the Browns got it. They did. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Now the rookie first-rounder from San Diego State, it's Rashad Penny. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now Trubisky to throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Buying time, and it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The intended target was Chris Godwin. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. T.J. Yeldon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Roberts on the return. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Play action. It's Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Smith on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. Out left side here to Bryant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
15.
From the red zone now, Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And the Ravens have got it. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Well, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. This is McCaffrey on the give. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he knocks it through. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Roberts on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Settle down, huh? Liz.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith's still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. Now a play fake here on first down. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guy.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Cameron Wake in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. On second down, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Howard. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. 4th down. Here's Trubisky. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Now Trubisky on first down. Steps away to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Again, it's Trubisky. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. And here he'll get it down to the 7. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The quick slant caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And the Browns getting set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
Heads up, in trouble. It's loose, the ball bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On first down, Trubisky, flush to his right. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. Now Trubisky. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty is...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
He finds his man Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And the Ravens have got it. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, it's Yeldon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And he finds a man on a crossing route. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And this is caught at the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. Aguilar has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens add on. So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for 2 here. Here's Trubisky to throw, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. He's going to fire one deep open, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. Johnson, the intended target. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This is McCaffrey. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Lock in, lock in.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Red, up.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now a handoff to Yeldon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it again with Yeldon. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
180.
From the gun, it's Trubisky being chased out left. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. the practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams